When we think about changing our lives, we often imagine doing something grand. Big decisions, dramatic changes, or life-changing moments, these are what usually come to mind. But from my experience, one thing has become very clear. The biggest changes don't come from big actions. They come from small things. Tiny habits, the little decisions we make every single day, those are the things that truly transform our lives. If we really want to change our lives, we have to start with the small things. Because these small habits, the ones we often overlook or dismiss as insignificant, they compound over time and bring massive results. Believe me, the power of consistent effort is extraordinary. One day you'll look around and realize you're living the life you've always dreamed of. And it will all be because of the small things. Now, think about this for a second. What if you could change your life by just changing 10 small habits? Does that sound too difficult? Not at all. 10 small steps. 10 actions you can start today. And they can transform your future. That's the beauty of habits. They don't demand massive changes or some stroke of luck. You can start right now, wherever you are, with whatever you have. So what are these small habits? What are the actions that, if you make them part of your daily routine, will change your life forever? Let's break them down one by one. The first habit, reading. Now, you might be thinking, I don't have time to sit down with a book every day. Or reading. Listen, reading is one of the most powerful habits you can cultivate to transform your life. But it's not just any kind of reading. I'm talking about reading with intention, reading that expands your mind, deepens your thinking, and introduces you to new ideas and possibilities. What you feed your mind is just as important as what you feed your body. Reading isn't just a pastime, it's a gateway. It opens doors to new worlds, new thought patterns, and new opportunities. When you make reading a daily habit, you're nourishing your mind with knowledge, wisdom, and perspective. Most of us are hungry for success, eager for personal growth, but we often neglect to feed our minds the nutrients that success demands. Success requires an active, sharp mind, a mind that's always learning, growing, and evolving. And the simplest way to fuel your mind is through reading. Think about this for a moment every time you pick up a book. You're holding someone's life work, their thoughts, struggles, and lessons all condensed into a few pages. How powerful is that? Instead of taking years to learn something on your own, you can absorb a lifetime of experience in just a few hours. Now, I'm not saying you have to spend hours reading every day. Even 10 to 15 minutes of focused reading can make a difference. Over time, that knowledge accumulates, just like interest in a savings account. And that compounded knowledge, that's what changes your life. It transforms how you see the world, how you solve problems, and how you tackle challenges. But here's the key: you need to be selective about what you read. Not every book is worth your time. Don't waste your precious minutes on gossip or fluff. Instead, choose books that challenge you, expand your thinking, and align with your goals. Whether it's biographies, self-improvement, or strategies for success, pick something that resonates with where you want to go. Because where you're headed in life depends on what you're feeding your mind today. The ideas you let into your mind will shape your future. So make reading a daily, intentional habit. You'll soon notice changes in your thinking, your decisions, and ultimately your entire life. Journaling. Do you know what is one common thing among 99% of successful people? They keep a journal and use it every day. This is a habit that often doesn't get the recognition it deserves. There is a powerful magic in writing down your thoughts, goals, and dreams. When you put your thoughts on paper, they no longer just swirl around in your mind. They take shape in reality. The thoughts no longer remain as confusion or worry. They become clear and visible in front of you. It gives you a sense of control. You can now see the problem or idea clearly. Once you can see it, you will find a way to solve it or a path to implement it. The habit of writing down your thoughts is like a breath of fresh air for your mind. When you don't journal, Everything piles up in your mind in a chaotic manner. You walk around with countless thoughts, ideas, worries, and plans in your head. This can be extremely exhausting. Your brain tries to hold on to everything, but it can't. But when you sit down with pen and paper, you can unload all the scattered thoughts from your mind. It's like organizing a messy room. Suddenly, everything seems more organized. You can think more clearly, plan more effectively, and focus on what truly matters. It doesn't even take much time. Just a few minutes of journaling every day can bring massive changes to your life. Another important point is, journaling helps you track your progress. Life gets very busy. You can easily forget how far you've come, how much you've achieved. But when you regularly write down your thoughts and goals, you create a record of your journey. And trust me, there's nothing more motivating than looking back at your old writings. You'll realize how many challenges you've overcome, how many dreams have already been fulfilled. So start small. Set aside 5 or 10 minutes every day for writing. It doesn't have to be perfect or even very deep. Setting. Just let your thoughts flow, and you'll begin to notice a difference in your clarity, focus, and personal growth. Next, you need to set your goals. This is where the real work begins. I always say, if you don't set goals, you're like a ship without a sail. You might be moving, but you're drifting. You're going wherever the wind takes you. And that's no way to live. You see, goals give you direction. They give you something to aim for, something to strive for. And when you have a clear target in mind, you stop wasting time on things that don't matter. Instead, every action, every decision, every choice you make moves you closer to where you want to go. That's the power of goal setting. Most people think setting goals is something you do once a year, maybe on New Year's Eve, but let me tell you, goal setting is something you should do every day. When you wake up in the morning, ask yourself, what do I want to accomplish today? What's one thing, just one, that if you achieved it today, would make a difference in your life? Write it down. That's your target. Now, your mind knows what to focus on. You've given it a job to do, and believe me, your mind loves having a job. It will get to work figuring out how to achieve that goal. But here's the thing, your goals have to be specific. Vague goals lead to vague results. You can't just say, I want to be successful, or I want to get fit. What does success look like? What does fitness mean to you? The more specific you are, the more focused your actions will be. Break your big goals down into smaller, actionable steps, and then tackle them one by one. When you make this a daily habit, setting small, clear goals each day, you'll be amazed at how much progress you make over time. And before you know it, those small daily wins will add up to massive achievements. So make sure you're writing down your goals. Next, feeding your mind will do wonders, but here's what we can't forget. Feeding your body and mind. You must also feed your body, and feed it well. Exercise is one of those habits that people either love or avoid. But let me tell you, it's one of the most important habits you can develop. And it's not just about physical fitness. Sure, exercise keeps your body healthy, but more than that, it sharpens your mind, boosts your energy, focus, and mood. When you move your body, you're telling yourself, I'm alive, I'm capable, I'm strong. And that mindset carries over into every other area of your life. You see, there's a direct connection between how you feel physically and how you perform mentally. When you're in good shape and your body is strong, your mind is sharp. You handle stress better, you think more clearly, and you have the energy to tackle the challenges that come your way. That's why making exercise a habit is so crucial. And I'm not talking about spending hours in the gym or following a grueling workout routine. It doesn't have to be that complicated. A 20-minute walk, some light stretching, or a bit of strength training, whatever works for you. The key is consistency. It's better to do a little bit every day than to push yourself too hard once a week and burn out. Here's another thing about exercise, it's a great metaphor for life. When you push through discomfort, when you keep going even when it's tough, you build resilience. You train yourself to keep going, to not give up. That's a lesson you can apply to anything you want to achieve. So make exercise a daily habit. Move your body every day in whatever way feels good to you. Not only will you feel better physically, but you'll also find that you have more mental clarity, more focus, and more drive to go after your goals. Next, let's talk about gratitude. This is one of those habits that's often overlooked because it seems too simple. Gratitude. Let me tell you, gratitude is one of the most powerful habits you can develop. You see, what you focus on expands. If you focus on what's wrong, what's missing, or what you don't have, guess what? You'll attract more of that. But if you focus on what's good, what's working, and what you do have, you'll start noticing more and more things to be grateful for. And that shift in perspective can completely change your life. Gratitude isn't just about feeling good. It's about training your mind to see the positive in every situation. When you make it a habit to focus on the good, you start to attract more good into your life. It's like a magnet. Gratitude changes your energy. Instead of walking around feeling frustrated or lacking, you begin to feel abundant, fulfilled, and content. And when you're in that state of mind, you're more open to opportunities, new ideas, and the endless possibilities that life has to offer. So how do you make gratitude a habit? It's simple. Every day, take a few moments to reflect on what you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be anything big. Maybe it's the fact that you woke up this morning, or a kind word from a friend. Maybe it's the sunshine or the roof over your head. Whatever it is, take a moment to appreciate it. Write it down if you can. Over time, you'll start to notice a shift in your mindset. You'll see more and more things to be grateful for, and your life will feel richer, more abundant, and more joyful. Rest. Next, let's talk about rest. Most of us get going in the morning and don't stop until we're walking to our bed like zombies. Rest has become undervalued in our fast-paced world. We're constantly on the go, always striving for the next goal, the next achievement. But here's the thing, without rest, without recovery, we burn out. Our minds and bodies need time to recharge, to process, to heal. When you push yourself too hard and neglect rest, you're not doing yourself any favors. In fact, you're limiting your potential. Rest isn't just about sleep, although sleep is incredibly important. It's about giving yourself time to step away from the noise, the stress, and the constant demands of life. It's about allowing your mind to wander, to dream, to relax. Ever notice how your best ideas come to you when you're not trying to think of anything? Maybe you're in the shower, out on a walk, or just sitting quietly. That's because your mind needs space. It needs those moments of stillness to connect the dots, solve problems, and spark creativity. We live in a culture that glorifies hustle. Everyone's talking about grinding, about working 24/7, about being busy. But let me tell you something, it's not about how hard you work, it's about how smart you work. And part of working smart is knowing when to step back, when to rest, when to recharge. Your brain is a powerful tool, but it needs downtime to function at its best. So make it a habit to prioritize rest. Whether it's taking a short break during the day, scheduling time for relaxation, or getting enough sleep at night, rest will not only improve your productivity, but also your overall quality of life. Rest isn't just about sitting still. It's about giving your mind and body a chance to recover. Maybe for you, rest looks like meditation, a quiet walk in nature, spending time with loved ones, or engaging in a hobby that brings you joy. Whatever it is, make sure you're building moments of rest into your daily routine. Here's the beautiful thing, when you rest, you come back stronger. Your mind is sharper, your energy is higher, and you're more creative. So don't buy into the myth that rest is a luxury or a sign of weakness. Rest is a necessity. And it's one of the most powerful tools you have for achieving your goals. Giving. Now, let's talk about giving. This was a hard one for me to learn. I always wanted to give, but I used to think I couldn't afford it. But here's the thing, giving is one of those habits that can change not only your life, but also the lives of the people around you. There's an old saying, the more you give, the more you receive, and it's true. But not in the way most people think. You see, giving isn't just about material things. It's about giving your time, your attention, your energy, and your kindness. When you make it a habit to give to others, you open up a flow of abundance in your own life. It's almost like a law of nature. The more you put out into the world, the more comes back to you. But here's the key: give without expecting anything in return. The key to giving. When you give from a place of genuine generosity, without looking for a reward, you create a sense of fulfillment that can't be matched by anything else. Here's what I've learned over the years: the people who truly give, who really give, are the ones who seem to have the most. They have an abundance of love, joy, and success. It's not just about giving money. although that's one way to contribute. It's about giving of yourself your talents, your time. Maybe it's mentoring someone, volunteering, or simply being there for a friend who needs you. And don't forget, giving also includes giving to yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup. Make sure you're taking care of your own needs and filling yourself up so that you have even more to give to others. As you make giving a habit, you'll start to notice something amazing. The more you give, the more opportunities come your way. It's almost like the universe recognizes that you're creating value and wants to reward you for it. So make it a daily practice to ask yourself, how can I give today? How can I make a positive difference in someone's life? And watch how your own life begins to flourish in return. Listening. Now, let's talk about listening. Listening is another habit that has the power to transform not just your life, but also your relationships. Most people think they're good listeners, but in reality, they're just waiting for their turn to speak. Listening. Listening, truly listening, is a skill, a habit that can transform your interactions with everyone around you. When you listen, you show respect. You show that you value the other person's thoughts, opinions, and feelings. And that kind of respect builds trust, strengthens relationships, and opens doors. But here's the thing, listening is more than just hearing the words someone is saying. It's about understanding. It's about being fully present in the moment. When someone's talking to you, don't just nod your head and think about what you're going to say next. Stop. Really listen. Pay attention to their body language, their tone of voice, and the emotions behind their words. When you do this, you'll find that people open up to you more. They trust you more. They value your opinion more. That's because you've given them the gift of your full attention. And in today's distracted world, that's a rare and precious gift. Now, here's the beautiful part about listening. It's not just about the other person. When you make listening a habit, you become wiser. Patience. You'll learn more and gain a deeper understanding of people and situations. That understanding is powerful. It helps you make better decisions, solve problems effectively, and form meaningful connections. Start practicing the habit of listening today. It doesn't take much, just a little more focus and intention. The benefits you'll experience personally and professionally will be immense. Patience. Next is the habit of patience. We all know we need it, but rarely practice it. We live in a world of instant gratification where we want everything now: success, recognition, results. But the truth is, anything worth having takes time. It takes effort. It takes patience. And if you cultivate patience, you'll find that life becomes less stressful and far more enjoyable. Most people give up too soon. They quit before seeing the fruits of their labor. But those who succeed are the ones who understand that great things take time. Success doesn't happen overnight. Patience isn't about sitting idle. It's about taking consistent action day after day while trusting that the results will come in time. It's about believing in the process, even when you don't see immediate progress. Think of a seed you planted, water it, care for it, and for a while it seems like nothing's happening. But under the surface, the seed is sprouting, growing roots, preparing for the moment when it bursts through the soil and grows into something beautiful. That's how success works. The roots of your efforts are growing even when you can't see them yet. So how can you develop patience? Start by shifting your mindset. Instead of expecting immediate results, focus on the long term. Remind yourself that great things take time and that the work you put in today will pay off. Along the way, celebrate the small wins and find joy in the process. Trust that with patience and persistence, you'll reach your goals. Patience is a superpower. When you master it, you master the art of staying calm, focused, and committed, no matter how long the journey takes. The right people. Now, make sure you spend time with the right people. This is one of the most important habits you can cultivate. You've heard me say it before, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Your environment shapes you, it influences your thoughts, your actions, and your beliefs. If you surround yourself with negative or small-minded people, it will be difficult to rise above that. But if you surround yourself with positive, ambitious, and growth-oriented people, their energy will lift you up. They will push you to be better, to do more, to reach higher. I know this isn't always easy. Sometimes the people you've known for years may not be the best influences. But you have to make a choice. If you want to change your life, you must be willing to change your environment. This means being intentional about who you spend time with. Seek out people who inspire you, challenge you, and believe in you. People who are on a growth path and who encourage self-improvement. These are the people who will help you reach your goals and who will celebrate your victories with you. And it's not just about what others can do for you. It's about what you bring to the table. Be the person who lifts others up. Be the friend, colleague, or mentor who inspires others to be their best. When you surround yourself with the right people and bring your best self to the group, magic happens. Ideas flow, opportunities arise, and everyone grows together. So take a look at your circle. Are the people around you helping you become the person you want to be? If not, it may be time to make some changes. Your environment will either lift you up or pull you down, and you have the power to choose which direction it will go. These small habits may seem simple, but they have the power to transform your life in ways you can't yet imagine. It's not about being perfect. It's about making small changes in your routine and staying consistent. Over time, these habits will compound, and you'll begin to see real results. Before you know it, your life will look entirely different. So don't underestimate the power of small habits. Start with one today and continue working on the others as you go. Watch how your life changes forever.